The following is a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.
Welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is Richard. Well, if you are looking for your next cruise or even your first cruise, then look no further, because today we are cruising with Royal Caribbean International. And believe me when I say they have thought of everything. And these are some of the biggest ships in the world. Just wait until you see what they've got to offer. And on today's show, we've got some wonderful itineraries in store for you, as well as some little extra treats, some onboard credit, and some free gratuities as well. So make sure you're sitting comfortably with pen and paper handy, because I think you're going to need them. But first of all, to tell us a little bit more about Royal Caribbean International, it's Richard.
Thanks so much indeed, Carly. Well, one of the best things about a Royal Caribbean International cruise holiday is that the destinations come to you. You can wake up to a new horizon every single day, filled with the promise of adventure. There's no constant unpacking or case lugging required. Plus, when you're all explored out in the destination, you can always take the adventure back to the ship itself with so much included on board. Now, whether you want to rest or play, the decks are packed with activities just waiting to be discovered, and each ship is packed with great entertainment and amazing food. It will leave you saying wow. Now, the whole family will love a cruise with Royal Caribbean International, so join us as we take you on an adventure today with some holiday ideas for 2018 with some extras included as well. So as Carly said, make sure you're sitting comfortably, get yourself a pen, paper and the phone nearby, because I think you're going to need it.
Well, we're going to start out with a Northern Europe Cityscapes cruise. This is going at the end of May next year on board the Navigator of the Seas. So let's join John now for a little look around.
Welcome on board Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas. It's a ship that's just full of fun for all the family, with theatre shows to go to, there's swimming pools, jacuzzis, casinos, there's food everywhere, and there's even an ice skating rink, so we better get our skates on. Well, let's start as we need to go on, eh? We're in the buffet, and this is the fast food section. Over there, there's absolutely wonderful things to eat, including a carvery. And I'll tell you what as well, look over this way, you're going to love it. This is all the desserts, and I've been reliably informed there are no calories at sea. Once you've stocked up with the buffet, you should have more than enough energy to explore all the activities this ship has to offer. And believe me, you'll need it. Well, to start off with, there's this, the rock climbing wall. It's nearly 40 metres above the ocean waves. Looks a lot of fun to me. And then there's this, a Royal Caribbean favourite. It's the Flow Rider. There's 60,000 gallons of water flowing past you every single minute. It's incredible. And whether you're a pro like him or you just want to give it a go, it's a lot of fun. I think I'll give it a go. What do you mean you forgot me shorts? Well, for the young or the younger heart, they even have a mini golf course on board, which is a lot of fun. I've got to admit, golf's not really my thing. It's not. What if they have a 19th hole on board? Luckily they do. It's this, the Viking Crown Lounge. And I tell you what, with a selection of drinks like this and a view like this, I could relax here all day. And talking of relaxation, what about this? It's the Lido deck. There's the big screen there for the movies that you can watch while you're floating away, or you can just relax by one of the pools or in one of the jacuzzis. It's so good. I think if you look hard enough, you'll find a sunbed with your name on it. Well, if the weather isn't playing ball, there's always here the Solarium, which is a great place to relax and enjoy life. It's also close to the Vitality Spa and also the fitness centre as well. Here you can have a massage, a beauty treatment, or maybe work off a few of those little calories that have snuck on board. So after a daytime of fun, it's time to get changed and get ready for a nighttime of fun. Come on. Now, whatever grade of cabin that you choose, there's some things that you're going to be really impressed with. First of all, there's the amount of storage space. There's the comfy beds, there's the wonderful bathroom. But what I particularly like about this stateroom is this. It's the balcony. There's nothing like a bit of your own space on board to relax and enjoy as you cruise into all the different destinations. And once you've spruced yourself up, it's time to go and see what other surprises the ship has to offer. This is the Royal Promenade. It's the real heartbeat of the ship. This is where you can come of an evening for a relaxing glass of something before evening meal, or maybe a cup of coffee and a cake during the day. There are 6 different bars to relax and enjoy here, including Vintages, which is a wine bar. Some good stuff on there. There's duty-free shopping, and there's even, look at this, you know, local at sea. I'll see you. Now, duty-free shopping is great for the adults, but not so great for the kids. But I know one thing that will keep them happy. But definitely not before dinner. Well, maybe just one. Talking of dinner, how about this for an evening meal venue? It's the Sapphire Restaurant. It's really true fine dining. Look at it, set over 3 different floors as well. Nearly as much for every course you're going to get, because you're not going to get 3 courses, you're going to get a 5-course evening meal. It's also open for breakfast and lunch as well. It truly is a wonderful affair. But if you don't fancy that, well, there's also the specialty dining as well. They may have a small cover charge, but they're a perfect place to enjoy a special occasion or an anniversary when you're on board. But remember, don't fill up too much, because there's still plenty more fun to be had. Here in the Starlight Lounge, you can enjoy a wealth of late-night entertainment, including bingo, live music, comedians, and even a karaoke that gets shown around the ship on a dedicated channel in all of the staterooms. But if you prefer to leave the singing to the professionals, then I've got the perfect place for you. Now, this is the rather impressive Metropolis Theatre, and as you can see, every seat's the best seat in the house, and every night there are great different West End style shows that you're just going to love, and it's all included in the price of your ticket. So let's enjoy the show. But if you want to watch something really different at sea, then one of the ice show spectaculars in Studio B is a must-see. You know, after having a look around the Navigator of the Seas, I think you'll find it's a fabulous place to have a holiday, no matter what kind of holiday you're looking for. If you've got kids, there's plenty for them to do. If you want an active holiday, you want to be climbing rock walls, or you want to be having a mini golf, or maybe going in the flow rider, you can do. But if you just want to relax, you can do as well. There's the wonderful food with such choice. I think it's the type of holiday that you'll love. So why not take you away on a holiday on the Navigator of the Seas?
Indeed, yeah, and look at all those facilities on board for you to be enjoying. So this cruise we've got for you now, it's on board the Navigator of the Seas, and we're going here around the Northern Europe cityscapes. Now, this is a holiday that's going on the 27th of May next year for 7 nights, and this is around the half-term region, so do check your local area, and if you want to take the kids with you, give us a call and we'll quote you separately for taking the children. We've got some great prices, and the kids really will love it on board. But for this itinerary, we're going to be sailing out of Southampton, and our first port of call will be Hamburg. Now, when you sail into Hamburg, it's quite impressive through the canals there. You've got the cathedral in the centre of Hamburg itself. You've also got the miniature wonderland, which is well worth a visit to. Then we're on to Oslo, is our next port of call here. Maybe chill out in the ice bar there and have a drink with the locals, or go and visit the Viking Ship Museum. That's also an opportunity as well. Then we're on to Zeebrugge. This is where you can go to Bruges for the day and maybe pick up some chocolates for people back home. They're really nice. Or you can take a horse-drawn carriage ride around the cobblestone streets itself if you want to do that. And then we are cruising you back to Southampton. So this is a 7-night holiday that's going on the 27th of May next year, around the half-term week, and we've got fares starting from just £799 per person. Now, what we're going to include as well, because I always like to include something extra here at Vision Cruise, we're going to take care of your gratuities when you're on board. So your tips and gratuities, they're all included in this price here. And I know that you want to have a little bit of spend on board. Maybe you want to visit the spa to have some pampering or some shopping, or maybe some shore excursions, or maybe help towards your bar bill. We're going to give you $200 per stateroom onboard credit, which you can use however you want on board the Navigator of the Seas. So you're getting your free gratuities, you're getting your $200 onboard credit per stateroom for a great cruise price of £799 per person. Now that price, that's based on 2 adults sharing an inside room. If you did want to have an ocean view or a balcony, or you do want to take the kids, give us a call and we'll quote you separately on taking them. That number you need to make a note of is at the bottom of your screen. It's 0800 655 6449.
Well, this is a wonderful example of why I think cruising is the best way to holiday, because you're visiting 3 different countries in the one 7-night cruise, and you get on at Southampton. It's nice and easy. You hand over your luggage, you get on board, and your holiday starts straight away. You're not worrying about getting to the airport, checking your luggage in, having to fly somewhere, then doing a transfer to your hotel. Now, if you were visiting 3 different countries in the 1 week, that'd be quite stressful, wouldn't it? Not on a Royal Caribbean cruise. All you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. And get on that phone and give us a call. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to sail you out from Southampton and head for our first port of call, Hamburg. This fashionable city has elegant buildings and is steeped in history. It's definitely worth a visit to the Merchants District and the fish market as well, and you could just stroll along the canals. Then we're going to sail you into Oslo, and you dock walking distance from the centre here, and it's a small compact city, so easy to explore on foot, and it's home to an incredible amount of museums as well. Then from there we're going to sail on to our next port of call, Zeebrugge. You could head to Brussels for the day and see the important monuments of this busy city, or maybe take a stroll around Bruges, enjoy a chocolate-topped waffle, perhaps some Belgian chocolates and a Belgian beer as well, before we sail you back into Southampton. And those fares there are from just $7.99 per person. We're including that $200 of onboard credit per stateroom and your free gratuities as well. And you can spend that onboard credit on whatever you like. Perhaps you want to go to the duty-free shop, get yourself some perfume, ladies, before you come home, or use it against your drinks on board, or a shore excursion perhaps. The choice is entirely up to you. All you've got to do now is give us a call and get yourself booked on this wonderful cruise. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on to this next itinerary now, and we are taking you around the Mediterranean on board the Independence of the Seas. And the Independence of the Seas is going in for a revitalisation, and just wait till you see what they're putting on board. I think Rich is going to be telling you a little bit more about that in just a moment. But first of all, let's join John and take a little look around.
So this is the Royal Promenade. You've got everything here from a Ben & Jerry's, and you know, if you stay in that stateroom up there, you get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream all time long. And then we've got the cafe, we've got shops and entertainment. There's even a pie shop. So I'll pop in here, so if you get here and there's none, you know that's all the pies. So here we are, just arrived on board, and where are we? Well, it's the law of the sea, isn't it? Bit of rabbit food. Not too much. Oh, this looks lovely. There's so much choice, isn't there? So much choice. Oh, I'll have some of that. Oh, some tomato. Oh, onion. I love a bit of onion. Look at the hams and the cheeses. That's me done. If you really want to treat yourself while you're on holiday, why don't you pop into Chop's Grill? The steak and seafood here are absolutely incredible, and you'll just love it. There's tables for families or couples. It's whatever you want, but I know one thing you will want. You want a really juicy steak, and you'll get one. When it comes to accommodation, there's lots to choose from. Now this is the Royal Suite, and I can't promise you that all rooms are going to be like this, with things like their own bar, their own, well, lounge area that's bigger than my lounge at home, bedroom through there with ensuite, of course, and a grand piano. Yeah, I just can't believe it. This is just fantastic.
John, do you know the piano's on my foot?
You hum it, I'll play it. Well, if you're staying in the Royal Suite and you're wondering, is there going to be enough space to hang all my clothes? Well, this is the walk-in wardrobe. I mean to say, there's enough for all my stuff here, and a couple of guests as well. When you've had a hard day at the water park and you're a bit hot and bothered, what's the best thing you can actually do? Well, how about coming to one of these sprinkles? The thing is, it's ice cream and you help yourself and it's free. Now that's dangerous. I'll be back in a while for more. Well, you've caught me. I'm in the solarium area, just relaxing and taking it in and checking the compass to find out what's to do around the ship. And there's so much to do. Do you know what? There's so much to do. I think I'll just be busy doing nothing. But that's what cruise holidays are about. Your way, especially on the independence of the seas. Well, everybody's got the 15 minutes worth in there, haven't they? And this is your chance as well. It's the on-air studio. It's a karaoke lounge and it gets seen around the ship. My chance. Do you know, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in the room when someone at Royal Caribbean International's HQ suggested they put an ice rink on a ship. Well, obviously that wouldn't work. Well, maybe it would. Now, the thing is, you can learn to skate here, or you can just sit back and watch the shows on ice. It's spectacular. So here we are on the Independence of the Seas. It is one of the biggest, funnest ships to sail out of the UK. Well, it's full. It has just over 3,500 people on board. But you know what? You wouldn't know that by the space around the decks. Do you know there's 22 different bars and places to mingle of an evening? It's like a floating holiday resort. Yes, there are hot tubs, there's swimming pools, there's the movies which you can see, there's jogging tracks, there's mini golf, there's the flow rider, there's the theatre. Need I say more? There is so much going on, and the food is incredible as well, from the Windjammer to the main restaurant, which is like a fine dining experience in itself. Do you know, when you think what's involved in a Royal Caribbean International holiday, and you look at the Independence of the Seas, it's a holiday you should really think about taking. I love it, and I think you will do too.
Do you know what? I think you will. And I was flabbergasted at some of the new facilities that are going to be installed on board the Independence of the Seas. There's new things going on when it goes into a revitalisation programme in early spring 2018, and you can be sampling these on this particular itinerary. I'll tell you more about that as we go along. But this is a Mediterranean Cities cruise going away on the 30th of June for 14 nights. Cruising out to Southampton, and our first port of call will be Gibraltar. Now, this really is the gateway to the Mediterranean. You've got the Rock of Gibraltar there. You've got the Barbary apes that you can go and see there, but do keep hold on to your ice cream because they do like those. Then we're on to Marseille, is our next port of call here. Now, when you get to Marseille, it's the delights of the old fishing port with all of its fishing boats. You can go and see some great bars nearby as well and shopping opportunities. Then we're on to Cannes, is our next port of call here. Maybe have a walk along the boulevard there and explore the beaches and the lively food markets in this famous resort. Barcelona is our next port of call here. Now, you can go and see the Camp Nou, the home of the football club, if you want to go and do that. There are beaches. There's the architect of Gaudi. You can see all the buildings around the city. Palma Mallorca is our next port of call here as well. A great cathedral in Palma Mallorca too, which you can go and explore. Then we're on to Lisbon, is our next port of call. You've got a great cruise in to Lisbon as well under the April the 25th bridge. You dock right in the heart of Lisbon as well. Do go and try the pastel de nata, which is the custard cakes there. And we're going to be overnighting on board as well in Lisbon as well. So you've got ample time to go and explore the city of an evening. Then we're going to cruise you into Vigo. This will be our final port of call here. We're then going to be taking you back to Southampton, where sadly the cruise holiday will come to an end. Now, this is going away on the 30th of June next year for 14 nights. This is on the revitalised Independence of the Seas, where there's new things added like the water park with its water slides. You've got the trampoline added, you've got the laser tag, the escape room, and you've got all sorts of new dining opportunities included as well. I'll tell you more about those a little bit later on. But this cruise is coming in at £1,699 per person. We've included those free gratuities for you, and we're giving you a whopping $600 per stateroom onboard credit. If you want to get on board, all you have to do is call us on 0800 655 6449.
Well, what a wonderful time of year to be cruising the Mediterranean. It's the beginning of the summer, that lovely weather has arrived, and you can be sitting on your sun lounger on top deck as much as you like. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So we're going to sail you out from Southampton and head for our first port of call, Gibraltar. Maybe grab a cable car up the rocks to see some breathtaking views. And if you're a wildlife enthusiast, you can appreciate the diverse bird life there and the cheeky Barbary apes as well. Our next port of call will be Marseille. One of the oldest cities in France awaits you. It's absolutely beautiful. Then from there we're on to Cannes in the French Riviera. This is a fashionable resort with beautiful beaches and chic boutiques. From there we're on to Barcelona. You could watch the colourful street performers in Las Ramblas, or maybe take in the Picasso Museum. There's so much to see and do in this exciting city. Our next port of call will be Palma, Mallorca. Such a lovely place to visit. You've got cafes, markets, the Gothic Cathedral, perhaps even take a trip to Soler. Then from there we're on to Lisbon. You've got your overnight in port. Of course, this is Portugal's capital city. It's got a lovely medieval feel. Perhaps you could take a jeep safari off the beaten track to nearby country villages for a little change of scenery. Then our final port of call will be Vigo. You can sample some fresh seafood in this delightful fishing port, or perhaps try a Segway tour while you're there. Ooh. And then from there we're going to sail you back into Southampton, and all of that from fares of £1,699 per person, and we are including that $600 on board credit per stateroom and your free gratuities. What are you waiting for? Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on to our next itinerary now, and we are back on board the Independence of the Seas. So let's take a little look around.
And the footage you can see here is what the Independence of the Seas is currently like, but she's undergoing a revitalisation programme in spring 2018. So there's lots of new features being added on board. Now, out on top deck, you will find water slides being added. You'll find a trampoline park, an escape room. There's even a laser tag on board as well. When it comes to entertainment, there's Grease the Musical. There's also the ice rink that's being revitalised as well, so there'll be a new one of those on board. And when it comes to dining, there's all sorts of new options for you. There's a teppanyaki on board. There's fish and chips, which is like the chippy at sea. You can find some great food on board there as well. There's the Sugar Beach candy and ice cream store as well. That's being added on board. And if you want to catch up with all the latest football from back home, there's the Playmakers Sports Bar as well. You can find all of the latest games in there. And there's still all the things you'll know and love, like the flow rider, the rock climbing wall, and all of the different dining options as well. And even if you're a pinnacle eater, and you'll always find something that you can have in the buffet, or from the room service, or pizza, or ice cream. There's always a great choice of options available all throughout the day for you. Now, out on top deck, there's plenty of places for you to relax. So here's the flow ride that you can see here as well, which is like a surf simulator at sea. And whether you're a beginner or you're an experienced surfer, it's great fun to go out and try that on top deck. There's a choice of staterooms for you. There's this is what you can see here is a balcony stateroom. The price we've quoted you on is on an interior room. If you wanted to upgrade, give us a call and we'll quote you separately. So we're going to France and Spain now on the 5th of August next year for 6 nights. Cruising out to Southampton, and our first port of call will be Le Havre. Here you could choose to have a walk around Le Havre itself and the harbour, maybe head into Paris and see the Eiffel Tower, or see the Normandy beaches as well. They're well worth a visit from there. Then we're going to take you on to our next port of call, onto Gijon. You go and try some of the local ciders here, or taste some of the cheeses, or maybe you want to go scuba diving or sailing. You can go and do that. Then we're on to Bilbao, is our final port of call here as well, in the stunning Basque country. You've famous, delicious Rioja wine here. You've got the old and the new of the city itself. And then we're going to be cruising you back to Southampton. This is a 6-night holiday going away on the 5th of August next year, and we've got great fares. Now this price here is based on 2 adults sharing a stateroom from just £769 per person. We're also including your gratuities again, and $200 per stateroom on board credit. If you want to get on board, it's 0800 655 6449.
Well, if you have never cruised before, what a great way to start. This is what I would call a taster cruise. 6 nights away. 6 nights for you to get used to what cruising is all about. And I'm pretty sure once you've cruised with Royal Caribbean International, you're going to be doing quite a few more. Let's have another little sail back through those details. So, when we sail out from Southampton, we're heading for our first port of call, Le Havre. This is where you could head into Paris for the day, a city that I really and truly love. If you've been before, perhaps you could head to Normandy, but I'd recommend while you're in Paris, head into the Eiffel Tower, perhaps stroll the Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe, you've got the Louvre there, or maybe head up to the Sacré-Cœur for some beautiful views of the city. Then from there, we're going to sail on to Gijon. One of the city's greatest treasures is the Atlantic Botanical Garden. It was one of the first botanical gardens in the north of Spain, Spain. It really is stunning, and there's also plenty to discover in the beautiful rural countryside. Then we're on to Bilbao. You could visit the Guggenheim Modern Art Gallery, or maybe sample some tapas in one of the many exceptional local restaurants before we sail you back into Southampton. And those fares are from just £769 per person. We are, of course, including your $200 of onboard credit per stateroom and your free gratuities as well. An incredible deal, perhaps for your first cruise away right in the middle of the summer next year. What are you waiting for? Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, it's now time for our quick picks.
And we're going to start off on the independence of the seas around the Norwegian fjords on the 20th of May for 8 nights. Departing from Southampton, we're off to Mold, then Geiranger, Ailsund, then we're off to Pretty Flam, Stavanger, and then back to Southampton. Look at this price here, £799 per person for 8 nights. We're going to include your free gratuities, and also $200 per stateroom onboard credit is going to be included for you. If you want to get on board, it's 0800 655 6449, or go to the website at visioncruise.co.uk. Then we're off on a Mediterranean highlights itinerary now on the Independence of the Seas, the 22nd of September for 14 nights. Cruising out of Southampton, we're off to Gibraltar, Nice, Civitavecchia for Rome, Livorno, Toulon, Barcelona, Lisbon, Vigo, and then back to Southampton. Fares from £1,575 per person, plus we're going to include your gratuities and $600 per stateroom onboard credit. If you want to get on board, it's 0800 655 6449. And then we're going to be taking you on a cruise on the Navigator of the Seas around the Northern Delights on the 15th of June for 12 nights. Cruising out to Southampton, we're off to Oslo, Copenhagen, Tallinn, St. Petersburg, where we'll overnight in port, Helsinki, and then back to Southampton. £1,199 per person includes your gratuities and also $400 per stateroom onboard credit. If you want to get on board, just head along to their website at visioncruise.co.uk or call us on that number at the bottom of the screen.
Well, at the beginning of the show, when I said Royal Caribbean International had thought of everything, I meant it. And they're constantly updating things, and you'll be absolutely intrigued to know that they won an award for their onboard activities. That means there is so much going on board for you to do, and their exuberant production shows as well. You're going to have the time of your life. But from myself and from Richard, we'll see you next time.
We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.